Welcome to the Any Key Video Show, the place and platform for indie creatives. I'm your host, Kenny Any Key Moore. We're talking gospel music and entrepreneurship in this episode. Before we start the show, would you do two things for me? First, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Coach_ANYKENY, so you can check out other episodes of the show. Second, follow me on social media at Coach_ANYKENY on Instagram, TikTok, and X. And on my music pages, KANM Collective on Instagram and Any Key Music on Facebook, which is spelled capital ANY, capital KE, lowercase b, lowercase n, and capital Y. All right, my guest is backstage and ready to go. So let's start the show. Before my guest joins me, let's check out a teaser of his new single. Here's Have Faith by Antonio Hall on the Any Key Video Show. All right, so let's get him on. Now joining me is Antonio Hall Jr. He's a singer, songwriter, and founder of Unplugged Entertainment, LLC. He's from Jacksonville, Florida, and now is based in the Atlanta area. You just saw a clip of his new single. Now let's bring him on to talk about it. Antonio, welcome to the show. Thanks for being on. How you doing?
What's up, man? Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. So look, I always start the show when I have somebody on for the first time with this question. Here it is. Tell me your earliest memory or the moment you fell in love with music.
My earliest memory? Ooh. To be honest, my grandmother, she Pastor Laverne Maples, I think my earliest memory of music is like she would have quartet singers, or she would go around the city of Jacksonville performing at different quartet singers, and she would bring me and my sister to sing with her. So my earliest memory I could actually really think about or could remember is me singing with my grandma at an early age.
Okay. Was you singing quartet music too?
Quartet music.
Quartet. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You got to drive it, Doc.
So my roots are our little quartet. That's really the first genre I've actually, sung was, quartet.
Okay. So you moved from Jacksonville, which is your hometown. So you're talking about it backstage, to the Atlanta area where you are now. What made you decide to make that transition?
A fresh start. I just needed something new, a new scenery. If I could be honest, I actually, most gospel artists, they start in gospel and then they kind of run away astray. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to move up here and just start, a whole new career in a different genre. But that wasn't, the plan of God. With gospel being my roots, I did a few shows here, a few shows there. When I first moved, but I just wanted, a new scenery. I felt like where I was, I couldn't kind of grow and stretch out. But once I moved up here and relocated, I was like, R&B, neo soul, it's a good vibe, but that's not, the heart that my heart is, and especially with the pencil, is gospel music. And writing is really where you make your money and where you're able to retain those royalties. So I write all my music, I own all my rights. So that's why I kind of moved up here to Atlanta, just to get a fresh start and get out of, the gospel industry. But like I said, it wasn't the will of God, and he had a plan for my life, and I'm walking in his purpose and his will.
Yeah, it's funny. So very similar. I moved to Jacksonville to get a fresh start. Born and raised in New York, New Jersey area, and moved to Jacksonville in 2012 with not knowing anybody, or just me. and my first wife, April, God rest her soul.
Yes.
We moved. Yeah. We moved and just took a leap of faith. Man, moved down here with no jobs and took a leap of faith and came down here. And here, 12 years later, no, 14 years later, about to be in November. Best decision that I could have ever made. So when you follow the voice of God, He's not going to steer you wrong. He told me if we got here, He would meet us here, and that's what He's done. So when you follow, and I'm sure that you could say the same thing, that since you've been in Atlanta, that you follow the voice of the Lord, that you see the results. Yeah. All right, so let's take you back. I'll take you back to Jacksonville. Here's the scenario. You are hitting the stage at Vice Star Arena, right? Tell me the band you want playing behind you. I'm gonna give you your instruments. You got keys, you got bass and lead guitar, organ, aux, and drums. Who do you want behind you on the stage at Vice Star?
I gotta go to my faithful few, my people. You know, Jacksonville, I love y'all. My voice is always gonna hit. It has been with me since I started my career. I'm going on like almost a 15-year span. So for keys, I gotta have my bro Joshua Brown.
Okay.
Joshua Brown, he has been with me and started out with me at an early age. I think so I moved to, so 18. I gotta give it to him. He's an anointed man of God. I seen him just grow in God. You know, he knows how to flow. Or whatever. Then I'll have to do also my boy Kyrie.
Oh yeah.
On Oregon.
Yeah. Yes,
he's very underrated, but
no,
Kyrie
sleep.
is so many people don't
sleep if you don't
right.
know. Sleep.
He don't get the amount of praise that he deserves, but definitely Kyrie Stokes. He was on my first project, him and Joshua. Let me see, drums, either Jeremiah Randall or I can't think of his name. He got dreads who wear glasses to start with a K. I can't think of his name. He be with MVP Band. I can't think of his name. I think it start with a K. But it'll be Jeremiah and him. You said bass, bass, Chris Stafford or Jonathan.
Okay, yeah. I'm not mad at either one of those picks.
Yeah,
can't go wrong.
And lead guitar, if I was to have a lead, would be Gentle Groover.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Gentle.
Good call.
Gentle Groover.
Did you get everything? That's Oregon. Yeah, you got everything. Okay. That's a good one. All right, I'm gonna throw a couple at you that you might have left out. Larry Wilson.
Of course, Larry. But you know, Larry's up here with me.
He is.
I didn't even think about Larry.
He's a Jacksonville guy, so I'm gonna throw him in there, and then I'm gonna throw my partner in there, Tobias Tanker Jr. on drums.
Tobias.
That's another option. I'm gonna give you one more for the bass. Justin Groover.
Yep, Justin.
It's hard though, because
it's a hard.
It's hard because, man, it's a lot of guys, it's a lot of dudes that can really play. That's the one thing I noticed moving down here. And I was talking to Tim Clinton about this when he was on. Is the difference between up north and down here is that you got everybody plays everything.
Yeah.
Where mostly up north it's just keys, organ, and drums. Everybody plays everything down here. So, but that's a strong crew.
And I didn't even think about my boy Justin. See, Jacksonville is a musical city. You got so many options.
100%. Yes,
like it's so many options. Even like you were saying, like down here in the South, you know, you got people that play multiple instruments. Like Jonathan, he plays.
Yeah, it was a one-man band.
And even Justin, he plays lead too. I mean,
Right.
acoustic guitar. So
Yeah.
there's so many options and so
He
many
plays
ways
keys
you can
too.
go. Huh?
Justin plays keys too,
Oh
man.
yeah.
Yeah, he plays keys too. You know,
Hmm.
so it's a lot of versatility. But yeah, no, I just thought that would be a fun little question to think about because it's a tough
Hmm.
call, but you
Yeah.
can't go wrong either way.
Mm-mm.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break, and on the other side of the break, we're going to get into Antonio's new single and the work that he's doing with Unplugged Entertainment. So stay tuned. We will be back in a minute.
Nelly's joyful treats, the best way to eat. Sweet taste of soul in every bowl. It's the best in town. Custom cakes of crown. Place your orders to eat. Nelly's joyful treats. If you want the best, forget the rest. Flavor in every bowl, sweet taste of soul. From custom cakes to soulful plates, you want to eat Nelly's joyful treat.
Make sure you follow Nelly's Joyful Treats on Instagram and Facebook and place your orders so you can get that sweet taste of soul. All right, we are back with Antonio Hall Jr. So let's get into the single. Man, you really dug deep creatively on this one. So tell me the inspiration behind Have Faith and how it came together on the production side.
So have faith. It's crazy how God gives me songs. He gives me like little pieces of, melodies. And then once I hear a melody in my head, I, get my phone out, get my recorder, record it.
Oh,
And I'll be
yeah.
like, yeah, I'll say that for later.
Hmm.
I got I got
Absolutely.
the melody. So then next I'll need to start working on songs. So have faith was, I think I had just had the chorus. I think I wrote the chorus maybe about 2-3 years ago, and I just had it in my files, and I was like, okay, God, I need to release some new music. What do you want, or what is the sound in the kingdom, that you want to be released on earth? So I ran across, the look, just going through, my files,
Hmm.
my recordings. And originally it was supposed to be a choir song.
Really?
Like originally I had started writing, and I was giving it to my bro out of Lake City, Derek McAllister. So I had started piecing it, together for, his album, but it was only just like I had only had the chorus.
Hmm.
So when he went to his producer, they was like, you know, it could be worked on, but maybe not right now. And I was like, okay, God, I know this is, I got a good chorus. Like I got a
Hmm.
good hook. All I got to
Hmm.
do is just add,
Hmm.
add to it. And in that season of my life, I was at like a very low place. And once I actually started, writing, because music is my first love, and actually piecing stuff together, I started to think about when we talk about faith, faith is universal. And when we talk about faith, what does that look like? And as I started writing, God started to remind me of seasons that I was in when I was at, a very low place. And what I had to lean on was faith. And when I talk about faith, is my Christianity and my belief in God. And the Bible says if you have the faith the size of the mustard seed, anything could happen. So I started to, as I'm writing, elevate my faith and what I needed from God.
Hmm.
And once I started elevating my faith, God began to manifest and start to manifest some things that I needed in my life. And so it started out, as a choir song, and then I went through a season where I was seeking God and getting back to my first love, which, like I said, which is music. And I'm gonna be honest, the first producer kind of, bailed on me. And then I made that Facebook post, and I got a lot of response from it. And by that time, the whole song was pretty much, created, like as far as the production, as far as the format of the song, and the music. And once I reached out, which normally, I don't do that, I got a good response from people on Facebook. And shout out to my bro, Eric Brown. Somebody tagged him, tagged him in the post, and Eric Brown's out of Valdosta too. And growing up in Valdosta, his dad has a funeral home, so I really didn't know who he was, but knowing him from the Unioners, which is also located out of Valdosta, my sister Corey Bonner, she actually tagged him, and we kind of connected. And I just sent him what I had, and he helped me birth this song, which is an amazing song, which I hopefully, I know it's going to continue to elevate people's faith in whatever season that they're in. But we got together, we linked up, and like the rest is history. He kind of guided me. We kind of took away some things, added some things as far as the format. And I linked up with some people up here in Atlanta as far as background singers. Shout out to Amber Lynn, Precious, Tankard, that's Tobias' sister.
Yeah.
So we go all the way back.
Yes, sir.
So
that's a mover and a shaker right there.
Yep. I linked up with her, and then just networking. Amber Lynn, which she does a lot of background for a few people. She kind of connected me to the tenor Michael Fields, and Christy, which she's located out of Atlanta. She's an amazing worship leader. We all linked up. I think we had one rehearsal, and then we went into the studio.
Wow.
And that was that. The whole process was smooth. I would highly recommend Eric Brown. It was smooth. Like, I didn't know as far as a studio. He linked me up with Rico Clark, which is down here in Atlanta. He does a lot of engineering for a lot of major artists. He referred me to Rico Clark, and we just put everything together, and it just pieced together. When you're in the will of God, God will just drop things in your lap and give you favor, and it won't be hard. It'll be easy.
Yeah. No, it's you guys, you put a great team together, and you definitely can't tell it was just one rehearsal, because the sound is cutting. That engineer did his good work, because everybody's it's a great mix. Everything's clear, and the arrangement is dope. So shout out to Eric. Is there anybody else that helped with the project you want to shout out, or was that everybody?
You know what? Mixing and mastering. I think he got somebody out of let me get my credits right. I want to make sure everybody get there.
Show them the love.
The band. So Eric kind of did soft mixing too. Keyshawn Miller, I think he's out of Orlando, Florida. He played the drums. And I think he also plays for the Unioners as well. Izzy Johnson, Ahmad, he played the bass. So that's who you hear on bass. Auxiliary keys, Josh Isaac. My boy Jordan Love out of Austin. But I think he's I think maybe Warner Robbins. I think he plays for the Ship, that mega church down there. But Jordan, that's who you hear on that electric guitar. That's just kidding. Like he's stealing the whole song. I'm like, he's adding the cover, adding the flavor,
Yeah.
adding the.
Yes, sir.
When I got the his mix, I was like, oh my God, yeah. But Jordan Love, that's who's on electric guitar, as well as Ethan Reddings is also on
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll follow him on Instagram. He's tough.
yeah, Ethan. So that's who you hear, on the music, which the people that Eric got. Normally what I do is, like, this process is so simple. I would highly recommend Eric, man. He got the musicians. As far as the studio time, he helped me out with the studio time. He is like an amazing producer. Matt Barbosa was the mixing engineer. Curtis Lindsay was he did the mastering.
Okay.
I think he's out of Texas.
Okay.
And then of course Rico Clark and Omar Maldonado. Excuse me if I messed up your name. They both did as far as some recording, being a recording engineer. So them guys like are it's a 10 out of 10 for me. Like a 10 out of 10. Like, it was just so smooth. Me and Eric, we did everything by contract too, and we set it like a timeline what we wanted. And then my cousin Tyreek, that's who did the cover. So that's my cousin. He did the cover. I sent him the pictures. Brandon Rashad out of Atlanta. He did my pictures. I sent him the pictures, my cousin, and within like maybe a week or two, my cousin got me that cover, and he did a wonderful job. And like I said, shout out to Rashad, Brandon Rashad, the photographer. He had them pictures in like 2 days. I had to pay a rush fee, and I thought I was gonna have them in like maybe a week or two, but no, he gave like 2 days turnaround. I was like, good, because by this time we was kind of in crunch time within the last month or last 2 weeks. So everything just worked out. And the distribution company I went through, went with is DistroKid, which is my first time I did CD Baby, my first single. Second single, I did TuneCore. And then this single, I decided to do DistroKid, which they got my music up in, I was a little nervous, up in like 2-3 days. And I was like, oh, wow. And even seeing my streaming, DistroKid is highly recommended as far as distributions. And then, of course, you got to talk about publishing. My publishing, I work with BMI.
Same. I've been with BMI for years.
Yeah.
They're great. They're great pre-all for sure. And I think it's smart that you got it in when you did, because that way you get in before the second quarter. You know what I'm saying? For the second quarter is over, so that way you could get your royalties and get your publishing money. That's another jewel for all you indie artists out there. You want to make sure, because they only pay quarterly. So you want to make sure when you're releasing your stuff, you want to release it in time so that you can get it, so that you can start getting your royalties or getting your publishing in the next quarter. Yes, sir. Because it's expensive, You gotta recoup. You gotta recoup, man.
Yeah, if I could be honest, this whole project took $5 grand.
Oh, I believe it.
So
I believe it.
That, you got to see that profit. Yeah.
And that's the other thing, man, is that you gotta, the production costs and things of that nature. And then the other part is you gotta also set aside. Here's another tip for indie artists: is you gotta set aside money for radio, because you're not going to, if you don't have that machine behind you. All the majors, the reason why they chart is because they have the machine behind them, right? So if you're not setting aside ad spend, if you're not setting aside for radio promotions, then only people going to hear it is your family and friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you gotta
And that,
definitely.
that's my next, phase is, nowadays, back in the day they didn't do, what they probably did, but it's more so you got to pay for radio time. It ain't like it was, 15, 20, 30 years, people calling in requesting,
Right.
for to hear a single or hear a song. Nowadays, you got a budget, for that radio, that radio time. And that's the next phase that I'm trying to go into. I think the big thing right now for me is you got to have a team, as being
1,000%.
an independent artist. It's all on us, but what helps is a team that has that backing to push you or tell you certain things, like this, because most people don't know. Nowadays it's you got to pay. You got to pay for that time. Or like we were just talking about, publishing or distribution. Most indie artists, they really don't know, how to navigate, through the industry. And I think that's my thing right now, is trying to build a team that'll help, push me as an independent artist. But you also have to make sure you budget for everything, because I went over my budget. If I would have known some of the things I knew now, or took the necessary time to actually really like map it out and write the vision and see like the end goal, because the single is hot. Like it can be on the radio. It can win a Stellar, or a Grammy. But if you don't have that backing, it really is going, like you said, who all gonna hear this? My friends and family.
For sure. Well, I will give you two. I recommend two people that you look into. One is Dallas Frazier.
Okay.
Dallas Frazier, known as Tony D. He's a beast. Like a couple of people that have been on the show, Jason Hendrickson and Alex Sales. He's pushed their singles into the one number one. No, both of them went number one. So he's pushed both of them into number one. And then Jason Nation is another one that does a lot of good work with radio promotions.
Okay.
So, yeah. But to your point, though, you got to have that team, because, it's the saying, teamwork makes the dream work. So you got to have the right team and the right people around you that'll help you to be able to push your vision and see it, to the finish line. All right. So let's turn the corner and get ready to wrap up. But before we do that, tell me about Unplugged Entertainment and some of the work that you're doing with that.
Unplugged Entertainment LLC. So my dad originally started. I think it was back then. It was Unplugged Productions.
Okay.
He started it, and it's pretty much a label that he created, but I kind of rebranded it for independent artists. So if anybody else out, not necessarily signed but partner, that wants to partner with Unplugged Production, please reach out to Unplugged ENT LLC at gmail.com. I am looking for like an artist that I could kind of like do that, give that backing as far as financial support, as well as building their brand. Unplugged Productions officially we launched, I think maybe a year or two ago.
Okay.
And right now the work that I'm trying to do is, I'm the first artist, me.
That's right.
Of course, partner.
Start somewhere.
I did everything up under Unplugged Entertainment, LLC. And what I want to bring to artists is a way that they can be in control of their brand, because now the labels that we have now, the artists really don't have control of even the music that they release. Even when it comes down to their brand, when it comes down to attire, they're controlled by, their label. And what Unplugged Entertainment LLC is, what we're trying to do is make sure that the artists have a say-so in, of course, in their music, in their brand, and a say-so in their career. And that's the biggest thing that I want to do for any artist, that is going to partner with Unplugged, is like, you're in control, of your brand. Not fully in control, but you have
guys
that.
are partnering together.
Huh?
You guys are partnering together.
Yeah, partner. You have the main say so. You have the main say so, but we will have that backing for you as well. So I think the first thing that we're going to do is, the next phase is, I want to create an app for musicians, for singers, for people that are in the industry, that can pretty much pick up gigs. If you need like a keyboard player for a concert, you can go on the app, you can subscribe on the app, research keyboard players, and then message them, partner with them. If you're looking for background singers, you can go and research or look up background singers on this tab. If you're looking for engineers, if you're looking for a studio, if you're looking for whatever as far as production or whatever you need in the industry or gigs, whatever you're looking for is going to be in this one app. And I think most people, what I know nowadays, they have like Facebook groups, whatever, where you can go and you could kind of partner, with people. But what about people that don't have, Facebook? So I want to create this platform for musicians, for artists, to be able to kind of network with other people, to create an amazing experience, whatever that experience is, whether that's studio time, concert, whether it's rehearsal, whether it's whatever your needs is, you can go to this app and you can find what you need. So that's going to be the next thing that will be done up under Unplugged Entertainment LLCs. So check me out with that.
Yeah, man. I think that's a dope idea, is to create an app, because like you said, not everybody's on Facebook. Not everybody does the social media thing per se. So, but everybody uses apps. So if you have an app that's going to provide those things, it's kind of similar to what Tobias and I are doing in terms of keeping alive in the music collective. It's just a team of um, writers, composers, content creators, to just basically help people bring their creative ideas to life. So we're kind of doing a similar thing. So I think we'll
We
work with
got to partner with that. I want to be a part.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm down. Let's go. Because that's what it's about, man. Because like you said, especially when it comes to anything in the creative space, you have to have a team.
Yeah.
Like right now, it's just it's Tobias and I, but we're looking for other. So yeah, we'll definitely talk offline to see how we can link up, because again, the teamwork is what's going to make the dream work.
And it's needed, because people don't know, like, and if they are able to, because I know it's a lot of people that want to take that leap of faith and do their music, or like you say, creators, or even when we talk about photographers, and people don't know different photographers. So
right.
If there's a group of people that can educate and help, our community, why not? Because that's the only way that we're going to really make it, us together. We're so divided, but if we put all of our brains together, like the Bible, well, 2 or 3 are gathered in His name.
Watch out, Reverend. Watch out. Watch out.
So yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, it's again, it's much needed, and it's going to ultimately help, because you could just fill voids and fill gaps to help people bring their creative ideas to life. So it's so yeah, we'll talk. We'll definitely talk. All right, let's wrap up with what's next for you, and then tell my audience how they can connect to you on social media.
Okay. What's next is I will be planning, well, outside of Unplugged Entertainment, I'm going to be planning my own show within the next couple of months. So check me out. Follow me on all social media, Antonio Hall Jr., Facebook, Instagram, officially Antonio Hall, TikTok, AJ Hall, 1995. YouTube, I got to do some rebranding and reconstruction with my YouTube, but you can follow me up on all social medias. Well, not all, because YouTube is YouTube social media.
Yeah, because it's content.
Okay. But yeah, you can follow me if you Google my name or research my name, Antonio Hall Jr. I'll pop up. Now, Have Faith is available on all digital outlets: Tito, DistroKick, Spotify, Apple Music, and it's other platforms that I didn't even know about until I got on DistroKick. It's like at least maybe 2030 that's out there where you could
Wow.
stream music. So it's available on all digital outlets. Any platform where you stream the music, it's available on it. So y'all make sure y'all go get the single, Have Faith. It will bless you. I pray and I encourage that it elevates your faith in whatever season that you're in your low season and even in your high season, that God can do the impossible, that he's able to do exceedingly abundantly above all you ask or think.
Yeah, so we only gave you we gave you a tease. Now, Antonio, I got to tell you, I get video clips from my guests all the time. You by far gave me the shortest video clip.
That's because I did, but you know what? Because once I released it, I was like, okay, let me see how it's gonna do. But now it's time to amp up. I didn't even have a MP4 video clip. DistroKid did that for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, okay, and it's like maybe 5, 6, 7 seconds.
Yeah,
So
yeah. And now, man, with AI, you can just put your face in there and
in the song,
and it'll create a video for you. Matter of fact, the theme music that you heard to start the show, I did that on Suno.
Suno.
Yeah, Suno, SUNO. Anybody that's a songwriter, anybody that's a producer that like me, I write and produce, but I can't sing. So that's what I use Suno for. It'll give you two versions of the song. You put the track in, you put the lyrics in, and it'll give you two versions of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude, it's insane. And the way it sounds, right? The way you heard it, that's the way it sounds like. It sounds like it's fully mixed and mastered.
Yeah.
It's incredible. So I would recommend that to anybody that you again, you filling in those voids. Yeah, Suno will definitely.
AI's taking over,
bro. It's between that and Chat GPT and all. You're gonna have to embrace it because it's not going anywhere, and it's actually gonna cause efficiencies to your workflow when it comes to to creativity. So I'm all in. I put a post out there. I'm ready to put out a whole AI compilation project.
No, but for real though.
Man, listen, because man, sometimes y'all singers y'all could be a little funny acting. I'm gonna just leave it there.
Tell me about it.
So, anyway, man, listen, I ain't gonna hold you. Appreciate you coming on. All the best with the single. And people, listen, go run that up. And humble brag. When I say you got one, you got one. Because I told Kenny Lewis in one voice that he had one. He came on the show. His single went #1. Call His Name, featuring Kim Burrell.
Oh yeah.
And then D. Corey Shipley had him on Hold On with Ricky Dillard that got nominated for a Grammy. I told him he had one, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, I receive it.
Yeah, man. Nah, that's some stellar work, man. So you just got to get the machine behind you. Once you get the machine behind you, the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
All right, man. Again, thanks for being on the Any Key Video Show, and we'll definitely talk offline because we're gonna
All right.
make that happen.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Mr. Kenneth Moore, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
All right, you too. Talk
All
soon.
right. Bye.
All right. All right. That's gonna be it for this episode of the Any Key Video Show. Again, I want to thank Antonio Hall Jr. for joining me. If you have any questions, comments, or like your brands or services to be advertised and promoted on the show, or if you want your video to be featured on the show, send an email to kanmmusicpub@gmail.com. Again, that's kanmmusicpub@gmail.com. You can become a patron on my Patreon page. Just go to patreon.com/ANYKENY to get exclusive access to new content and free show merchandise. Or you can order your merchandise at the online store, which is kanmcollective.threadless.com. Again, it's kanmcollective.threadless.com. Shout out to all my patrons and people who have ordered merchandise. I appreciate your support. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at Coach_ANYKENY and follow me on social media at Coach_ANYKENY on Instagram, TikTok, X, on my Instagram music page at KNM Collective, and my Facebook music page, Any Key Music, which is spelled capital ANY, capital KE, lowercase b, lowercase n, and capital Y. So until next time, be positive on purpose.